second problem is unintended consequences. What do we mean by unintended consequences? I wrote, these are results of government actions that leads to an unexpected outcome. Government is taking a decision, but what government is expecting from that decision, for every decision we take, there's going to be a result, an outcome. So if the decision you take, the outcome is negative, then it is an unintended consequence. You are taking, whatever you do is a decision you've taken. So you should be expecting a result or an outcome. So if the result you are expecting or the outcome you are expecting is negative rather than positive, then there's unintended consequences. Get the point here. You wouldn't take the decision if you know it's going to lead to a negative consequence. You would have taken that decision because you think you get a positive outcome. But at the end of it all, you got a negative outcome. Then it is unintended consequence. I was not expecting this, but this is what it is. So what do I make as an example? I said government might come up with a policy which results into consumer having to pay more than expected. So like the example I made about minimum wage, or the example I made about tariffs. If government has increased tariffs, government is doing this because they don't want importation of goods and services. So now the government is trying to stop importation so that to encourage local firms to produce more. But at the end of it, we domestic consumers have to pay more. That was not what government is expecting, but that is the outcome. That is what we call unintended consequence. And the last one is excessive administrative cost. When government wants to take decisions, or whenever they want to take decisions about things they want to do, they have to do what? Wait. Sometimes the administrative cost of correcting market failure might be too large that outweighs the welfare benefit from the correction of market failure. For example, government might spend $3 to give $1 to unemployed people. Does this take care of the welfare? What I'm saying is this. Sometimes government wants to give us $1, but they will spend $3 to give us the $1. Have you ever witnessed such thing before?
No.
Government spending more to give less.
No.
Is it possible or not?
No.
It is possible. Let me give an example. Government might want to give each citizens 500 dinars each. They calculated this amount. So government is employing a lot of people to do the feasibility study. So at the end of it, let's say Libya has the maximum 7 million people, right? Let's say 7 million. And Libya is giving out 500 to 7 million people. But to have these statistics, government might spend over 10 million in terms of people to get these statistics done. Get the point here. Okay. Government spending more to get information than what it's going to give for the information.
But the information is already known.
How do you get to know? You can't tell me the population of Libya without doing a census.
Go on Google.
Google what? It's not possible.
Why?
It's going to give you an estimate. When we talk about census is the head count of individual. This cannot be done with computer.
Why would this take time and not money? Why would this take money and not time?
It takes money, it takes time.
Why does it take money?
Why does it take money? Because you have to employ people to get that done. And not only people, you have to employ experts to get it done. You have to pay for this. So if you have to pay more to get less, what is the excess of doing it? That is the point here. Do we get it or not? Government trying to build something, but the cost of information to get it done is even higher than the amount you have to pay.
So market research cost?
What?
Market research.
No, we're not talking about market research, we're talking about government here. This is basically government.
They research about the...
Research, even if government is going to research is money, it's expensive. It doesn't come on a free price. You have to pay for it. So basically what we're saying is this. Government sometimes spend more to give less. They are not supposed to spend more to give less. They are supposed to spend less to give more. So if government is spending less, if government is spending more to give less, it is what? Excessive administrative cost. So if government have to employ 10 people, 20 people to give 3 people something, then what's the point? Employing 10 people to give 3 people something. These things can happen, yes?
In Libya, they have like, if you're married, you have a bitaqa for the woman, okay?
Yeah.
The government give you money. So if the women want to get the money, they have to sign up in the bank for this bitaqa.
Okay.
This doesn't take money. Yani, if you hear about it, you just do it. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I got you. But before you get to getting that particular, getting that certificate, there are administrative charges, there are administration that gives it out. It's not going to just fly to your house. Some people would have been employed to carry out those statistics. Government doesn't just come up with policy. Government will come up with policy based on a reason. So whatever government has to do, government has to make feasibility studies. So what we are saying in essence is this: if I need 100 million and I have to spend 30 million, 40 million because I want to get 100 million, then what's the point?
No, you spent less.
You think I'm spending less? I want to get 100 million, then I have to spend 30 million to understand how I want to get 100 million.
How much?
That is not investment. You're not investing here. You want to borrow money, but the paperwork is taking you like 30 million. That is too much. Let's put it to this way. You need $100 from me. But for you to get the $100, you need to fill a form, you need to get that, you need to get this. That is almost $40. Are you still going to take the $100? It is not an investment, you are borrowing. So that means you would have spent $40 to get $100. The total cost you have spent is $140. Do you get it? You are not investing here. You want to borrow, but the paperwork you have to do to get what you need to get, you have spent more. It's different when you are putting $130 to get $100 in terms of investment. Here you want to borrow $100, but you have a paperwork to do for $30. So what you are going to put into the business now is $130 you've spent. And remember, you're still going to pay interest on that $100. That is the point we're making. Do you get it clearly now? So when you spend more than what you are going to gain, then it is, if government is spending more than what they're going to gain in terms of the welfare of the people, it is government failure. So there are other government failure, but we'll stop here for today. So we still have information gaps and the rest. So let's stop for today, then we'll continue in the next class. You can write, please.